There is a maze at the center of the world. No one knows where it begins. No one remembers how they entered it. All they know is by the time you realize you're inside, you've already forgotten why you came. And more than that, you've forgotten who you are. The walls of the maze rise as high as the sky, winding like intestines, and breathing. Yes, breathing. If you're quiet enough, sometimes you can hear its pulse slow, heavy like the heart of something older than time. They say there's a way out, but no one knows where it is. The maze reshapes itself every night like a dream dreaming itself. But one strange thing remains constant, deep in the maze. There is an old man. He doesn't remember his name, or his age, or why he's here. He only knows he is the guide, and he tends to fall asleep, not because he's old, but because whenever someone asks him for directions, his eyes automatically close. People hated him, mocked him, avoided him. That useless old fool, asleep when we need him most. A joke sent by fate, until a group of 10 young people decided to find the exit. They brought knives, flashlights, homemade maps and pride. They split into groups. They assigned tasks. They ran. They measured. They sketched every turn. And every time they returned to where they started, the map no longer matched. Paths vanished. Walls swapped places. And the heartbeat of the maze grew faster. Among them, there was one the weakest. He wasn't talented, wasn't clever, wasn't noticed. And he was the only one who went back to the old man. He didn't ask. He just sat beside him while the old man slept. And as he dozed off, the old man whispered, not in dreams, but with purpose. Not directions, not left or right, just odd sentences like, the door with no handle, that's the entrance. If someone calls your name, don't answer. If you see the light, walk the other way. Nonsense. But the quiet boy remembered every word. The next day, he vanished from the group. No one knew where he went. Someone laughed, probably off chasing dreams with that sleepy grandpa. The rest continued chasing the exit with logic. A week later, they no longer saw each other. Each wandered alone. Each began to see things only they could see. One girl saw herself hanging in a hallway with no end. One boy heard his mother's voice cooing then crying inside his ears. Another ran endlessly, but his footsteps made no sound. When exhausted, they all ended up where they started, with the old man still asleep. No one asked this time. No one spoke. They sat down, silently, and in the rhythm of his steady snoring, they began to remember what they had forgotten. Not the exit, not the goal, but why they entered the maze in the first place. No one is truly trapped. The maze only holds those who try to control it. But those who listen, who pause, who observe even when nothing makes sense, they see the way. A narrow path. Dim, uninviting, but not blinding, and not calling. Just waiting. That quiet boy, the weakest, was the only one who left the maze. When he emerged, he didn't cry, didn't smile. He just turned back and understood. The guide was never asleep. He simply closed his eyes to see more clearly. Because the way out is not in the light, not in the map. It lies in surrendering the need to control. If you're still wandering your own maze, if you think you must run faster, or find someone to scream the answer at you, remember the old man who always sleeps. Maybe what you're searching for has been whispering to you all along. Each night, when you close your eyes and listen, if you've stayed with me until this very line, perhaps you too are close to your own door. Like, share, and subscribe to Dirt on the Mirror, because here, we don't shout, we tell stories, and let you find the way out on your own.